बच्चों, let's read the given question. The question says a horizontal force of 1.2 kg weight is applied to a 1.5 kg block which rests on a horizontal surface. If the coefficient of friction is 0.3, we need to find the acceleration produced in the block. G is taken as 9.8 meter per second square. So about the friction, we can say friction जो होता है, it opposes relative motion, right? So we have two kind of friction, that is static and kinetic. वैसे तो there are other types of friction as well, that is wet friction, dry friction, right? So उसमें से we can say we are dealing with now sliding friction as well. So sliding friction के ही दो part हैं, static and kinetic. So static, as the name suggests, when there is a tendency of a body to move लेकिन body move नहीं कर रही, so in that situation static friction acts. And जब बात करें हम kinetic friction की, so kinetic friction acts जब body start हो जाती है motion में, ठीक है? So we need to understand about the friction. We can say जो kinetic friction की अगर हम बात करें, so kinetic friction का जो formula आता है, that is Fk is given by mu times of n, where n is the normal reaction, right? अगर let's suppose we have a body on the ground, ठीक है, and we can say this body is moving in this way towards right direction. So हम जो forces इसके ऊपर दिखा सकते हैं इस body पे, that will be its weight mg in the downward direction. So it will have a normal reaction from the surface in the upward direction. So as there is no vertical direction motion along the vertical, we can say n will be equals to mg. So ये जो kinetic friction का formula आएगा, that can be written as mu into mg, right? अब ये जो friction का force होता है, ये जो external force है जो कि body को चला रहा है, so जो friction force होता है वो oppose करता है, right? So we can say it will be acting in this direction, Fk हम कहेंगे, right? As such, now this is the thing about the kinetic friction. As such static friction का कोई formula नहीं होता है, but हाँ limiting friction का that is the case of the maximum friction of the body, we can say it is the limiting friction. So limiting friction के लिए we write the formula as F limiting will be equals to mu into n, right? So this is the formula for the limiting friction, where we can put a S over here, that is the coefficient of static friction. So basically ये तो है limiting friction का formula, and as such there is no formula for static friction. Static friction जो है it lies between the limiting friction, ये maximum value होती है, और minimum 0 होती है, right? So इन दोनों range के बीच में static friction lies. So these are few important point that we need to keep in mind. अब यहाँ पे we can say we have the result, we can say अब this is the block that has been given to us, and इसका weight भी हमें given है 1.5 kg, and इसके ऊपर एक force लग रहा है. It has been given a horizontal force of 1.2 kg weight, यानी कि 1.2 into g force लग रहा है इसके ऊपर, ठीक है? So we can say here force जो होगा F will be 1.2 into g, and that is equals to 1.2 into 9.8, and that is comes out to be 0.76 न्यूटन, ठीक है ना? सो ये न्यूटन में कन्वर्ट हो गया केजी वेट से या केजी फोर्स से. हम जब न्यूटन में जाना चाहते हैं, सो वी जस्ट नीड टू मल्टीप्लाई इट विद जी, ठीक है? सो यहाँ पे इंस्टेड वी कैन राइट अ फोर्स ऑफ वैल्यू, दैट इज 11.76 न्यूटन की एक फोर्स लग रही है, ठीक है? इसका वेट इसके ऊपर लग रहा होगा नीचे की तरफ mg, एंड नॉर्मल रिएक्शन इन द अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन. अब यहाँ पे एक फ्रिक्शन फोर्स लग रही होगी ब्लॉक के ऊपर इन द अपोजिट डायरेक्शन, दैट इज स्मॉल एफ के, right? So in that situation we can say, since we have studied about Newton's second law, that is F net is equals to mass into acceleration. F net क्या है बॉडी के ऊपर, we can clearly see it can be written as, इसको अगर हम मान लें कि कैपिटल F है, so we can say F minus of Fk will be equals to m into a, right? अब हमें a ही कैलकुलेट करने बोला गया है. So first of all we can say F की वैल्यू हम रखते हैं 11.76 माइनस mu into m into g. यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि mg will be balancing the normal reaction, so n की जगह हम mg लिख सकते हैं, and this has to be mu k, right? And that is equals to m into a, right? अब यहाँ से we can solve the given question, so we can say this value can be written as 11.76 minus mu k की वैल्यू हमारे पास 0.3 है, m is 1.5, so this result comes out to be 4.41, and that is equals to mass into acceleration. So ये result जब मिलेगा हमें, that can be written as 7.35, and that is equals to 1.5 into a. So acceleration comes out to be 4.9 meter per second square. So this is the answer to the question. I hope you understood the solution. All the best.